Now soaking this dude right here because the Chicago Cubs, well, their walk-off wins, 24.4%. Always sending fan homes happy so they can see a walk-off win. They can also potentially see a five-star catch from the one and only Pete Crow-Armstrong, the Gold Glover, but not the Platinum Glove winner, because last year there was somewhat of a snafu in the voting. We'll get to that in just a second. Fernando Tatis Jr., we'll be seeing him in just a taste. He took home that honor. He only had 2 five-star catches. Pete Crow-Armstrong, he had 19. It's a fan vote, so apparently the fans they're not really dug in on some of those metrics. But when you take a look at PCA, how does he take his game from Gold Glover to Platinum Glover, overwhelming all those fans with the votes?
You know, for him, it's almost getting out of his own way, and he's been doing that as of late. As you saw, the explosion of offense, right? The explosion of just this superstardom that has been just pretty much tagged him. You know, it's been tagged on him, the superstar, all of a sudden. But all he has to do is just be himself. Look at these numbers. They speak for themselves.
Yeah.
So the idea is this: get out of your own way, allow your talent to express itself. Go out there and play free.
And here's a question I have for you. What do you think? If Pete didn't play at Wrigley Field, and now you can't, or no one's saying that you can't have five-star catches at Wrigley Field, but if Pete was able to go up and bring more home runs back at his home ballpark, do you think that the electricity would be even more so off the charts?
I just don't even know if he can be even more electric. I mean, he's already at the top, right? And you see the discrepancy. You just mentioned the five-star catches.
Unbelievable.
19 of them? I mean, that's just insane. And next thing you know, he needs recognition. And if the voting is skewed, we need to check how these things are being voted in. And I know there is a fan vote. This is not fair. This is not a popularity contest. This is not how many followers I have on Instagram. It's how good are you out in the outfield. It should not depend on a vote that is so arbitrary. And I'm going to have to take that grievance.
Where it needs to be taken on that vote right there. Now,
absolutely.
It is a fan vote, but some sabermetric numbers, they are taken into consideration. Do you feel that the voters and everyone that cast their votes for Nando to take that award home, do you feel they got things 100% wrong there?
No, not 100%. Obviously, Fernando is an unbelievable outfielder. But what would be fair?
Is a whole nother conversation, because it's crazy, because when you think of Fernando Tatis Jr., he's a shortstop.
Man, he's just an unbelievable athlete, just an amazing athlete, right? But how do you even just solve the problem? Let's go to the numbers. I know the numbers are, there's some ambiguity in there, right? Even if you go look at the stats. However, they're closer to being correct than maybe a fan assessment.
Okay.
So let's be fair to the players. Let's look at the numbers. How many outs above average did you contribute? Did you have? Let's look at your WAR, defensive WAR. Let's figure out something that makes it objective. And then
7th in Major League Baseball defensive runs saved, first in outs above average. So the numbers, they're trending.
They're backing him up.
Direction. He's 2 so far this season in five-star catches. Jacob Young of the Washington Nationals, he has 7. Pete has 6. So the track record, it's there. It's showing that he's going to put up the same kind of numbers that he did just a season ago.
You know what's crazy, Cole? Like when he first got called up, right? And I had seen him playing in minor leagues. I've been following it, and I was so excited for him to get called up. When he first gets called up, I said something probably a little too bold at the moment. I said, Pete Crow-Armstrong is the best outfielder in all of Major League Baseball right now. That was a few years ago when he first got called up. So I got crushed, like, oh, what will you say that? He just got called up. You think the big leagues is that easy? Da-da-da-da. I got crushed. But I can read talent. I know what I'm seeing, and I know this is a superior set of skills. And he's out there playing. And now we're talking about the best player in baseball. Depends how you look at it. But if you look at F-WAR and you're just looking at the numbers objectively, he is, outside of Shohei Ohtani. And now we're talking about defensively, just that side. Let's take the offense away. He's still at the top. So what's the argument now? You have to be giving credit what credit is due, and he certainly deserves the credit.
Okay, this guy knows talent. He's like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. And for your opinion, saying that PCA was the best center fielder you've ever seen, a guy with over 260 complete games without hesitation. Ferguson Jenkins, I asked him, Fergie, when you've seen center fielders, where is PCA? Number 1.
Seriously.
He said Willie Mays never dove for balls. Kurt Flood didn't get dirty. PCA, he's that kind of player.
I rest my case.
If that's not convincing enough, Carlos's opinion, go straight to the source.